Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to trade recap number 6, I believe. Yeah, number 6. So this trade recap is going to be over ROKU, which I played today. This was about roughly, I think, like a 35-minute trade. My alert was like, I think my alert was like 10 minutes late because I was in the middle of a test when I got the notification on my Apple Watch that I entered this because I said the order automatically set, which I usually will do if I'm not able to watch something and I'm pretty confident that it will work out. I'll just set an order through TD Ameritrade. There's a way you can put it to where like once it breaks the price, it'll automatically enter. So that's what I do with a market order. So that's how I got into this. So my alert was like 10 minutes late. I think it was only like up 5% though when I did alert it. So it's still kind of a play. Personally, I don't enter once it passes my entry. I'm just super picky. So I wouldn't have entered if it was already up 5%, but depending on y'all's risk tolerance, y'all could have entered this still, since it was only up 5% when I did alert it from my entry. But I'm going to show you guys my thought process through the trade, why I took this trade, why it was successful, and why it hit its target in one day. I mean, it wasn't that big of a target because it was pretty close. So this was a monthly chart play. This purple line is just a reference point for later. I don't usually have a line there, but this blue line here was my entry. This is a monthly break below this red candle here for the previous month, and this is the closest downside target, which you can see it already hit today. So let me go down to, let's just go down to the 5-minute, because once I entered, this is what I was watching, because I couldn't stay in it long, which is why I kind of missed out on, it could have been 100% trade because it did hit that target, but I couldn't really watch it anymore, so I decided to get out of it. 50% is still good though. Not gonna, the thing is, I know a lot of people are like, oh man, it like sold too early, it could have got 100% or whatever. I don't do that. I'm okay if anything. Profit is profit. There's no point dwelling on the past. You'll never be able to sell and like buy at like the exact highs and lows of a stock you're trying to trade. It's impossible no matter what strategy you're using. So don't even try to worry about that too much. Profit is profit. Take what you can get. So I lost myself here. Where did I enter? Oh, it was down here, right? Yeah. Okay. So I entered down here, and here's my thought process, because I needed to, I wanted to exit this trade. I think I had like 5 more minutes before I could have, I could have waited another 5 minutes and then it actually would have been 100%, but I just decided to exit. Oh well. So entered this trade here, of course, because that's when it broke. And I just watched the 5-minute on here because I was trying to like just see whenever like whenever a bullish signal, like a strong bullish signal popped up, that's when I decided to go ahead and just sell. Even though it is on the lower time frame and it was a monthly breakout, so like a bullish signal on this time frame isn't that significant. But just because I needed to get out because I had to do stuff today, this is what I was watching. I was watching the 5-minute, so it was red. I mean, this went green here. That didn't worry me too much because we were still red on like the 15. I'm not gonna worry about showing that, but we were still red on like on every other time frame. So this didn't scare me. And then as you can see, we go straight back down, down, red. It like pretty much broke below each one immediately. So it was a pretty good trade. Not much stress on it. And on the Discord, in the market chat, I said a break below 81.74 would be deadly. The reason I said this prediction was completely accurate. The second it broke, I mean, it just went straight down. I mean, perfect prediction there. The reason I said this is because we're already red on the monthly and every other time frame, and that is when the new hour started. I can find myself here. I need to go up. Right, yeah. Okay. So that is when a new hour started, right here. And as you can see, we were kind of like, we were barely inside. We were just hovering over there for like the first like 5 minutes of the new hour. And then boom, we dropped right down. And that is when we hit our target in this hour. Of course, I sold before we hit the target. But then as soon as we hit the target, it did end up bouncing up at the end of the day a little bit. closer to the entry point again. That doesn't matter, because if it hit the target, I would have been all out regardless on this one, more than likely. And if not, or what I probably would have ended up doing if I wasn't busy, is I would have like probably sold like 75%, left like a couple runner contracts, and then so I would, this inside candle wouldn't scare me. I would still be holding here, and then once we broke above this inside candle on the hourly, that is when I would definitely just secure profit and get rid of the runners here, because that is a bit of a stronger buy signal. Still could have gone down, but that's probably what I would have done, just to secure maximum profit there. So that 81.74 level, once we broke that, boom, straight to the target. I watched the 5-minute the whole time during this trade, once I finished my test, of course. Where are we? Down here. Okay. So yeah, so this is where I ended up selling. I watched it all the way down here, and then this green candle, this is the one no, this is not the target. I sold up here more. Oh, you know what? It's this 3 candle I sold on. I think, yeah, it was this 3 candle I sold on, because yeah, I remember now. So I sold at this 3 candle because it just broke above here. So I was like, okay, that's a bullish signal. I only had like 5 more minutes to watch it before I needed to go and do a bunch of stuff for today. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna exit here. And then as soon as I sold, went straight down again to a bearish 3, which is why it's red. And then boom, broke down, and that's when it hit the target. Literally 5 minutes later, hit the target. I went from a 50% gain to 100% if I waited 5 more minutes, and I could have waited 5 more minutes. So it does kind of suck, but I don't really care. 50% is still good, still a great trade. Worked out perfectly. Every prediction I made on this stock worked out. If you have any questions on like my thought process or anything, let me know. This was pretty textbook in my opinion for my strategy, which is why I did a review over it, because I think this is a great example for like going over my thought process on a trade, since this worked out like perfectly. Everything I said came true about it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.